Let's take a look at some of the best isometric RPGs that offer turn-based combat currently in development. Only games that, for now, we can only appreciate through images, videos and some demos available for some of them. In this top 10 list you will not find Baldur's Gate 3 because already playable and accessible in early access. Anyway, let's go. Fantasy RPGs have some of the largest, most detailed worlds in gaming, exploring each meticulously crafted realm in half the fun, and tiny trinket games Zoria, Age of Shattering looks like it will have a particularly deep setting. Zoria has a base building elements allowing you to train and prepare for each excursion into the unknown. With 8 character classes and several approaches for each encounter, the turn-based battles in this game will offer players endless options and replayability. Zoria is expected to launch later this year, and in the meantime, playable demo is available to try on Steam and GOG.
My nan called it the end of time. Dad called it a waste of good beer.
Broken Roads, an RPG from Drop Beer Bites, takes the isometric CRPG formula and brings it into a post-apocalyptic setting. Your party will explore the remains of several real-world locations throughout Australia, made even more dangerous by futuristic dangers.
Sometimes we're the farmers, the brewers.
Broken Roads has no classes, allowing for unlimited freedom in character development, while Broken Roads has all the browns and greys that you expect from a post-apocalyptic game. The devs have done a great job of making sure that the characters and locations stand out through a bright palette and hand-drawn designs. The game is planned to launch in 2022, so it shouldn't be more than alpha here before players get to try it for themselves on Steam. The Way of Wrath put players in the role of a tribal war chief in the early Bronze Age. A bloodthirsty army is on the way, and in 10 days the way will arrive. Only your leadership and the choices you make have any chance of saving your people from slaughter. Send your people to scout, hunt and gather supplies. They'll need to be alive, equipped and ready to fight when the enemy arrives. Players who like to balance risk and reward while developing emergent stories through their gameplay should have fun with The Way of Wrath on Steam and GOG. As its name implies, Revolution the Spark challenges your party of adventurers to overthrow the corrupt government of a steampunk nation. You'll need to gather rebels to your cause and take daring action against your oppressors. As with many RPGs, Revolution has a morality system. You might start out trying to make the world a better place, but if you're not careful, you could end up creating a regime just as tyrannical as the last. The game's environments and characters are all hand-drawn, giving the game a look that stands out. Early screenshots show everything from downtrodden slums to opulent places. Revolution the Spark is expected to launch toward the end of 2022 on Steam.
For millennia, our esteemed dynasty has served the Imperium of Man.
The Warhammer 40k universe is ripe for a CRPG, and with Orca Games at the helm, the studio behind the excellent Pathfinder video game, Rogue Trader is in good hands. Information is still somewhat scarce, but as a Rogue Trade charter, the player's party should have much more freedom to travel the galaxy than other citizens of the Imperium.
My heir.
We can expect to see piles of iconic 40k weaponry useful for battling the countless threats in the setting. Rogue Trader was only announced recently, so we are unlikely to see the full version for a while, but good things come to those who wait.
Of heresy.
Spearhead Games has made some ambitious claims with their upcoming title Project Witchstone, which purports to offer a fully realized living fantasy world. Every NPC is unique, has a routine, owns property, and will react to the world around them. Interactions with these characters will go far beyond simply making the occasional dialogue choice. With the right push, you can frame people for crimes, sow the seeds of friendship, or just live and let live. No release date has yet been announced for Project Witchstone, but given the amount of share possibility packed into the game, it makes sense that it will be a long project. We can't wait to hear what kinds of stories players will create when it does launch. On Steam. Prometheus Wept imagines a world where digital technology has been corrupted by a global virus, shattering the world order overnight.
It's created many weird wonders, including
the game has turn-based battles in both the real world and the digital world as your character transfers their consciousness into dangerous, virus-infested cyberspace. There's also crafting, moral decisions, and destructible cover, making Prometheus Wept the full package. The game will be released when it's done, so it's unlikely we'll see it until 2023 at the earliest. In the meantime, developer Timeslip Softworks has a neo-noir RPG called Vigilantes available on Steam. This zombie survival RPG shows a world where society has collapsed. Starting with a single survivor, you'll need to build and fortify a base. More people will come to live there, meaning you'll need to provide food, medicine, and protection for a growing population. The combat in Urban Strife places heavy emphasis on each character's choice of weapon. Pistols and assault rifles can quickly rank up damage with cumulative hits, while shotguns and explosives are needed to clear the orders of zombies roaming the world. It should be released later this year on Steam. If you like Shadowrun or Cyberpunk, then Cyber Knight's Flashpoint is right up your alley. Leading a team of elite operatives, you'll have to pull off brazen hastes in a high-tech world of intrigue. The events of each mission can have lasting impacts on your characters, from personal traits to cybernetic limbs after a job gone wrong. The game follows personal stories for your team as well as events in the city around them, and based on each character's history and connections, the two may intersect in unexpected ways. Sci-fi fans and RPG players in general won't want to miss this one when it launches early next year on Steam.
Thought you were leading your posse to easy money.
Players who couldn't get enough of the occult cowboy action of Out West will be happy to know that a sequel is fast approaching. Your posse of outlaws and spellcasters will rob trains, battle arcane forces, and of course have shutouts at high noon as you hunt down the devil himself in search of your stolen soul.
Stock up on provisions.
Out West 2 is a game that rewards aggressive gameplay. Its bravado system lets you replenish your action points by defeating enemies in sufficiently dramatic fashion. Environmental kills, explosions, and daring strategies are all a core part of the gameplay. The game is expected to launch later this year on Steam.
If you make the wrong call, it'll test their loyalty.
This video ends here. Let me know what you think about these 10 CRPGs in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting us through all our pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!